What's good? What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von's channel, Sweatbox. We back. We live. We active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Still dodging those digital jabs, baby. And we are back for episode 4, season 2, House of the Dragon. The Red Dragon and the Gold. The Red Dragon and the Gold. That's the name of the episode. I had to look down because I didn't remember it. But surprisingly, I'm actually getting this up before episode 5 airs. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to me. Thank you very much. Make sure we got it. You see the microphone there? We professional now. We got clip-on microphones. We professional now. Look, this episode was great. We go get to the last 15 minutes. We go get to that. Okay, we go get to the last tweet. This episode was great. Your man Daemon. Okay, this episode starts with Daemon and Harrenhal being mentally harassed in his dreams. This man ain't getting no good sleep in Harrenhal. Like none. No good sleep. This one starts with him dreaming that he's in King's Landing in the Red Keep, looking at the Iron Throne, and a young Rhaenyra, played by my girl Millie Alcock. Welcome back. She comes down and she's speaking High Valyrian and he can't really hear her. And then she gets back and once she finally gets close, he can hear her. And she's like, you've been jealous and yada, yada, yada. And all of this hatred because your brother loved me more than he loved you. And then this nigga Daemon tripping. Okay. He chopped her head off. Now I know it was a dream, but still, Daemon, you got no chill, bro. That's your wife, bro. And your niece? Your niece. That's your niece wife. And you chopped her head off. What is wrong with this show? Okay, and then the head was still talking. And then he woke up. He's like, a raven has arrived. And then he wakes up, and then the dude from Harrenhal, from Loras, is from the Strong House. He's there, and he's telling him, "Hey, you're saying a raven has arrived." Okay, but I'm gonna do all the Daemon stuff just because it was crazy. So Daemon goes to meet with the leader of House Tully. And he's not helpful because he's like, yo, my grandfather's old. He can't really do nothing. And that's why the Brackens and the Blackwoods is out of control because he said, Daemon was like, you ever think about just putting a pillow over his head and smothering him and getting your inheritance? He was like, bro, that's my uncle, fam. What are you talking about? I love him. We don't do that over here. I know how you Targaryens like to murder each other, but we don't do that. Daemon was like, then you're useless to me. I need somebody who can get me an army. So then he calls for the dude from House Bracken. But before we get to that, once again, Daemon trying to sleep. He's not getting no good sleep in Harrenhal. So he's laying there. He sees some feet go by his door. This nigga's just like, here we go again. So he picks up the sword. He starts following whatever it is he's following. And you see, it looks like it's Aemon. It looks like Aemon One Eye. Okay. And he's following Aemon Targaryen through the thing. Looks what we think is Aemon. And then as he's getting closer, you see, oh, yeah, that's totally Aemon, right? No, of course not. When he turns around, it's him with an eye patch. You've been following yourself. Then he wakes up and he's in the room with that little crazy girl, the little witch crazy girl who would just be roaming the halls of Harrenhal. I don't even remember her name. She's crazy. And yet she's kind of hot. I can't even admit it. I'll admit it. She's kind of hot. Something weird about her. Her weirdness is attractive to me. And I was expecting Daemon to smash because I was like, I feel like she's teasing you. I feel like she's kind of teasing you with it. Anyway, so she's telling him her whole story. They chat. And she gives this, as you see, she's like cleaning, like I think she was like cutting the animal or something. There's blood. She's licking blood off her fingers. It's crazy, yo. This woman is crazy. Okay, completely insane. And then she offers Daemon a drink, and he drinks it. At least I think he drinks it. He drinks it, and the next thing you know, bam, he's sitting at a table with he's sitting at his council table, small council meeting, apparently, with the dude from House Blackwood. And it's the kid that was vying for Rhaenyra in season 1 when he got in the fight with the other dude and he killed him when he pulled out the sword. Man, he's like, yeah, man, I vied to wed Rhaenyra back in the day. She was cool, man. You married her now. Congratulations, bro. That's what's up. How's her dragon? Okay, you ain't really seen her. I see you beefing. All right. And so they basically come to understand. He's like, yo, man, if you help me squash this little Bracken Blackwood thing, man, you'll get your army. I got your back. Okay. So that's basically everything that happens with Daemon in this episode. Now, your man Kristen Cole, he's out on the march. Okay. He heading to war. Well, I'm going to get to that. We'll get to that. Back at King's Landing, Aegon Targaryen. Aegon is getting no respect on the small council. None whatsoever. Okay. He finds out that Daemon's taking Harrenhal. He's irritated about it. Aemon's in there calling all the shots. Aemon's like, this is what we about to do. We about to do this. We about to do that. Fuck Harrenhal. Harrenhal ain't worth it. This is what we about to do. We about to take Rook's Rest. Aegon's like, what? I don't give a fuck about Rook's Rest. Aemon's like, I know you know what's going on. So, in what was my favorite scene of the episode, Aemon starts talking in High Valyrian to Aegon in front of everybody at the small council meeting, and Aemon's like, well, look, if you got a better idea, he's saying all this in High Valyrian. He's like, if you got a better idea, we'll listen to it, but you've been too busy hanging out with your little drunk friends and pointing them to the Kingsguard and your lick spittles. He said the word lick spittle in High Valyrian and I lost it. I was like, what the fuck is a lick spittle? I still don't know what it is, but I love the word. He said it in High Valyrian. I was like, yes. Okay. He's just telling Aegon about himself in High Valyrian. Nobody knows what they're saying. Aegon's just like, just sitting there taking it. And Aemon's like, but if you got something to say, say it. Aegon tries to speak in High Valyrian, and he had like he said like, I right to make war. I have right to make war. Something like that. It was the worst High Valyrian I've ever spoken in my life. I've ever seen spoken in my life. This is coming from a person who can't speak an ounce of High Valyrian. And I'm telling you, Aegon sucks at speaking High Valyrian. So, yeah. After Aemon completely disrespected Aegon in front of the council, Aegon was like, all right, I guess we'll just do your plan then. So then Aemon leaves. Okay. Aegon and the rest of the small council continues to plan things out. Aegon's like, you guys bore me. I'm leaving. He leaves, goes into his mother's room. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get back to the so he goes into his mother's room, and there was Alicent. Now, let me get back to that. Before we get back to that, I gotta get this up to speed with Alicent. Your girl Alicent wasn't at the first small council meeting where Aegon failed to speak High Valyrian, and Aemon told him about herself. She wasn't there because she was sick. Okay, so she had the master bring her some Plan T. She brought her the Plan T, and Alicent was like, "I'm gonna make sure this goes to this is for somebody else. I'm gonna make sure she gets it." You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you doing this. I'm gonna let you know if we need any more. And the master's like, "All right, just let the person you giving it to know that if she needs something else, because it might upset your stomach. So just let her know if she needs something. I got her." Alison's like, bet, I got you. Just let me know. I'll tell her. I'll make sure she gets the word. So he leaves and Alison's like, bam, she kills. I was like, of course it was for you. Of course it was for you. You've been letting Sir Kristen Cole shoot up your club every night, basically. You've been letting Sir Kristen Cole shoot up your club every night. Of course that was for you. So she takes the Plan T, and now she's sick and she's irritated with herself, right? So she so then after she takes the Plan T, Lars Clubfoot comes to see her, and I'm like, bro, this ain't the time to be trying to get your foot fetish off. This ain't the time. You don't know what she's been through. So he's prying, and he can tell what's going on. She left the Plan T thing sitting on the thing wide open in plain view, so anybody can see it. Lars sees it, and he's like, mm-hmm. But he don't say nothing. But he know. Lars is smart. He know. Alicent, not so smart. Why would you leave it just sitting there in the open? Why would you just leave it there? It was very irritating. It was very irritating. Okay. Now, Alicent, having missed the small council meeting, goes over to Aegon's room looking for Viserys' books, seeing if she can find something about the Song of Ice and Fire, even though it's not in none of the books. We know it's not in the books. And when Loras was in there, he noticed that she was looking through the books. He's like, I didn't know you was like, what you looking for? She's just like, I'm just reading up trying to be smart. I'm just reading up, just trying to educate myself, Lars. Now, get out here because you can't see my feet right now, so I need you to bounce. So then she goes over to Aegon's room trying to find the books. Aegon comes in mad that nobody in the small council is listening to him. This is after he said, I'm bored with you. He comes in. He's like, what you doing in here? She's like, where are your father's books? He said, I had them removed. She was like, well, of course you did, because there's no knowledge in there that you could have learned, right? He was like, I had them removed. I didn't have them burned. What is your problem? So he sits down and she's like, what's going on? He's like, nobody in the council is listening to me. She's like, why should they listen to you? At this point, you can tell she's kind of drunk. She's like, why should they listen to you? You don't know anything. She was like, I had hoped that you would be a good king, but you're not. And he's like, watch your tongue. She's like, what you gonna do? She said, you should be on your knees thanking me, begging me for my wisdom. I ruled this kingdom when your father was sick and on his deathbed. I was hoping you would learn something, but you ain't learned nothing. You ain't learned nothing. All these people around you, you ain't learned nothing. So Aegon was like, what do you want me to do? How can I be of service? She said, you want to be of service? Do nothing. Sit there and do nothing. She basically told him, you're useless. You are 100% a figurehead. Do nothing. At this point, Aegon's like, bro, you guys, the disrespect of my name is flagrant. So at this point, Aegon is upset. Nobody is respecting him. The council don't respect him. Aemon then disrespected him in High Valyrian, and he couldn't even respond. Now his own mama disrespected him. Aegon is just like, fuck all you guys, okay? Now over in Dragonstone, Rhaenyra's small council is irritated because they ain't doing nothing. They done watched this as last week after Baela told them about Criston Cole being on the march. They mad because they can't do nothing to stop him. He done took a couple small places. He's building a force. Now he's marching on Rook's Rest. The head of House Rook's Rest, and the head of that house is on Rhaenyra's small council. That's why they doing it. So they're irritated. Jace and Baela are over there trying to keep the peace. The small council ain't listening to them. Rhaenyra comes in and she's like, you guys, they're mad because Rhaenys comes in and they're mad because they don't know where Rhaenyra's at. Rhaenyra's still coming back from the Sept after her meeting with Alicent, so she's not there. Okay. Oh, let me rewind real quick. Earlier, there was a scene of Rhaenyra going down to the tides where she ran into Corlys's bastards, Alan, and I don't remember his brother's name. She sees Alan and she recognizes, she's like, and then she questions Corlys about it. She's like, why aren't you treating them better? They saved your life. You can't be having them out here like that. So then Corlys is like, I can't do this right now. I'm not talking this right now. So then they don't really solve that. And it's messed up considering the fact how the episode ends. Okay, so that's happened. That's it. So then at the Dragonstone Council meeting, they're trying to figure out what to do. Rhaenyra comes back finally, and they're telling her what's going on, and they're like, look, you've got to send a dragon over to Rook's Rest. They're going to take it and it's going to be bad. So she's like, all right, fine. I was hoping to not do it. I had to go meet with Alicent to see if war was avoidable. It's not. I got to figure this out or we're going to all die. So I'm sending the dragon. Whose dragon is going? First up, Jace was like, I'll go. She was like, no, you won't. Your brother already got eaten. I'm not losing both of y'all. And then she says, who else offered? Then she says she'll go. Then she said, I'll go myself. I was like, the fuck you will. You can't. If you die, we all done. So no, you're not going to go. So Rhaenys was like, I'll go. Meleys is the biggest dragon in the free. I'll go. I was like, oh. And she just looks at Corlys is like, okay, so we get this dope scene of her mounting up on her dragon. The whole time, Aegon, pissed. Nobody's listening to him. He just armors up and goes to his dragon, Sunfire, and flies out to the battle, okay? Rhaenys gets on Meleys, okay? They fly out to the battle. And they're just right across the base, so they're there in like 5 minutes, okay? Meleys goes in and just starts cooking niggas. Just goes in and starts cooking folks. It's crazy because the battle at this point, Criston Cole's forces have already started marching on Rook's Rest, okay? They're irritated. Alice's brother's like, Crystal Cole, you're crazy. You shouldn't even be attacking it broad daylight. No, Crystal Cole's like, no, this is part of the plan. Okay. So they go in, it's going down. People's getting murdered. Rhaenys on her dragon coming through murdering everybody. Fire, brimstone, all that. Death. Sir Crystal Cole's like, this is all part of the plan. Okay. He signals, what do we see? We see Vhagar hidden in the woods. I don't know how they hid that big ass dragon in the woods, but they did. Vhagar hidden in the woods. Okay. He's about to take off. What do we see flying overhead? We see Aegon on Sunfire flying into battle like I'm about that life. Aemon's like, you idiot. Vhagar, chill. We're going to wait a second to see how this play out. Okay. Rhaenys and Meleys are over there burning up everybody. They see Sunfire and Aegon. It's on. Sunfire. Now, mind you, Rhaenys is a battle-tested. Rhaenys and Meleys are battle-tested. They've been in battles. Sunfire and Aegon ain't did shit. So they are completely overmatched. Rhaenys and Meleys completely fuck Sunfire and Aegon up. I mean, Meleys puts his claws in him. There's this dope scene of after Meleys gets the claws in her. You see Sunfire falling and just bleeding out, and the blood, apparently it's either heated blood or whatever the fuel is that sparks their fire. I'm not sure which one it was. It looks like, I'm going to say it was dragon blood. I'm going to say it was heated dragon blood that fell on the people and burned them up because it was heated dragon's blood, because that's how they spit the fire, assume. I don't know. I'm not familiar with dragon anatomy. Okay. But it looked like dragon blood and it spilled over people. That was a crazy scene. It was insane. Okay. So Meleys is getting, Sunfire is getting wrecked by Rhaenys and Meleys. Here comes Vhagar. Oh man. Okay. Vhagar flying to her. He sees Sunfire and Meleys getting it at it. He's just like, I'm gonna burn both of y'all. I don't even care. Aegon, you taking this casualty. You taking this L. Okay. Dracarys is his own brother. Aemon absolutely tried to kill his brother. Let's be 100% clear about it. Aemon tried to kill his brother. Okay. I was like, oh, that's not good. Sunfire falls out of the sky. Boom. Aegon's done. He's out. He's down for the count. So now it's Meleys and Vhagar. Rhaenys versus Aemon. And Rhaenys could have left. She could have escaped. She's like, nah, I got a chance to take out Vhagar. Meleys is already a little hurt, okay? She goes in, they go after it, okay? Vhagar is so much bigger, okay? Even bigger than Rhaenys. Meleys, he's so much bigger. They get into it, and she actually manages to hurt Vhagar a little bit, where Vhagar has to land, and there's this awesome scene of Vhagar landing, him walking across the ground, stepping on people. It is awesome. It looks like on the level of like Godzilla. It was very good. And again, Rhaenys could have left. She's leaving and she decides not to. She's flying and she can't find Vhagar. Where's Vhagar? You know Vhagar's favorite move is the sneak attack. Same way he got Jace, or same way he got Luke. Done. Comes up, right on Meleys' neck, kills Meleys right there. Meleys looks over at Rhaenys like, we've had a good run. This is it. I'm done. She falls to the ground, falls through the castle, falls through the walls of Rook's Rest. Okay, which is what allowed them to take the castle. When a giant dragon corpse opens up the wall, it's easy to get in. It's easy to breach the castle. Okay, so Rhaenys is dead. So is Meleys. Okay, the last scene you see, Criston Cole had got knocked unconscious when Vhagar landed. Vhagar fucked everybody up. Criston Cole got knocked unconscious. Unfortunately, he didn't die. He got knocked unconscious. When he wakes up and he sees everything that's going down, he realized he had also seen that Aegon had fallen off of his Aegon and his dragon had fallen. So he goes over to the Aegon's crash site, and when he gets there, he sees Aemon already there, and Aemon's got his sword out like he was about to finish the job. Criston Cole is like, Aemon. Aemon puts the sword away. And Criston Cole's like, where's the king? Aemon picks up the cat's paw dagger and he just points. He's like, he's over there. and the camera pans over, and you barely see Aegon's corpse. It's not his corpse because I don't think he's dead, but you barely see Aegon's body, and Sunfire is moving a little bit, but they're done. I don't know if whether he's dead or not. He's not well. He's on death's door. If he's not dead, he's on death's door. And the same with Sunfire. But they still made out better than Melee's and Rhaenys because they're dead. They are dead. And this was the opening of the Dance of the Dragons. This was crazy. Vhagar is a problem. They only had 3 dragons on Team Green. Vhagar, Sunfire, and Helena's dragon, which is I don't remember what her dragon's name is. But they down 1 because Sunfire's out. I don't know if she's dead, but she ain't using. So you got Vhagar gonna do a lot. Vhagar do a lot of heavy lifting. They still got a bunch of dragons over on the blacks. But Melee's being their biggest one, and she dead. Rhaenys being your battle tested, she dead. It's not good. It's not good. So that was the episode. Complete crazy, complete insanity. Best episode of the season so far. House of the Dragon continues to crush it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm glad I was able to get this up before Sunday, even though it's Friday. So until next time, we'll be back next week for episode 5. Keep it locked. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications so you know when we upload. Check out the travel vlogs, man. We out here, we active. Until next time, you know how we do. Peace. 100, y'all.